Yeah. You know what time it is. It's your boy Jamez Flamez in the building with Gonzoe right now.
Yeah.
You on New City Radio, DagoSD.com. You know, we're getting the interview in. We on location overlooking Mission Valley, I believe. You know, over here, you know, doing our thing, getting it in, you know. So let's start off with, you know, for the people out there, you know, like I would say the few who don't know your background and stuff, let them know where you got your start at.
Well, I got my start with a group called Caution that Ice Cube put out. You know, it was me, my homeboy Kato, my homeboy Sale. We put out a record, you know, it did well on the West Coast, did well actually all around the country, actually,
right.
You know what I mean? And that ran its course, you know what I mean? I met a lot of people, and Suge Knight was actually our manager,
okay.
Even though Ice Cube put out the record. So, at the time, Death Row was blowing up.
Right.
And, you know, everything they was doing, since Suge was our manager, we was there with them. So,
right.
When Pac, you know, went on tour, we was there. And in that time, things just kind of went awry with Cube. You know, it's the music business. Things just didn't work out. So,
right.
We kind of separated ties. And I started working with Pac and doing shit, you know what I mean? And ended up getting a solo deal on Priority.
Okay.
And, you know, from whatever business I was doing with Cube before, I guess he felt offended that Priority signed me and gave me a solo deal. He felt like they, you know,
cutting them out.
Exactly.
Right.
So he was like, fuck that. You can't get another Ice Cube record unless you fix this situation.
Wow.
So, you know, small man on the totem pole, they sold my contract to Mercury Records. And that's when I put out my first solo album, If I Live and Nothing Happens.
Right.
And, you know, that done well also. And, you know, around that time, me and Yuckmouth started hanging out. And the regime came about, but everybody still had solo deals.
Right.
Tech 9 was on, he was still working with QD3 at the time. So, yeah, we just, you know, came up with the regime, started doing shit.
Okay.
And, you know, All Out War came. And then part 2, then part 3.
Right.
You know, in the midst, I was putting out other solo records like, If I Live and Nothing Happen was my first solo joint.
Right.
Then I put out Hard Days, Long Nights.
Right.
Then me and my boy AP9 hooked up and done California Cartel.
Show.
You know. And then, you know, nigga just trying to keep it going, man. You feel me? And I've been dropping albums ever since, you feel me? Just dropped the Dispensary on 420 for all my stoners out there. What up?
Cop it if you ain't copped it.
You know what I mean? Go peep that, you know what I mean? iTunes/Gonzoe, you know what I mean? The Dispensary is the hottest album out right now. I'm not just, a lot of niggas say that because, you know, they're not really fans of the game. I love hip hop, and I'm telling you, I like the album. So, you know, it's a good album.
That's what's up. So you got a little bit, you know, you got a little bit of the history of Gonzoe.
Yeah, Google me, man. Go Google me. If you still puzzled, go Google a nigga, man. Gonzoe. You know what I mean? And you'll get the full perspective.
So from past to now present, what's on your plate? I know, you know, you're working on music. Are you looking to go into other ventures outside of music, or, you know, clothing, anything like that?
Well, actually, this is my clothing line right here. You know what I mean? Beacon. We got the Beacon gear. You know what I mean? We got hats. We got hoodies. We got T-shirts. You know what I mean? I'm doing a lot of writing. You know what I mean? I actually wrote a TV show.
Okay.
You feel me? Created a TV show, actually, called Rich World, that y'all gonna be seeing soon. Hopefully on the best network, moving on some, you know what I mean, some Disney Channel shit, because it's basically, it's on, you know, it's like a kid show, basically, like, for teenagers,
Right,
like
right.
from 9 to 14, 15.
Okay.
You feel me? So
you hitting them at a good age where they're paying attention, they're grasping new stuff, and that's gonna carry on.
Exactly. I mean, and it's a sitcom. You feel me? So
Okay.
the demographics in a sitcom,
Right.
either you go for the older crowd or you go for the younger crowd. And I
Right.
chose the Bieber Nation. You feel me? We going Bieber on them. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Bieber money, baby. Call me, Justin. You know what I mean? Let's do something.
Work. It's money to be
Yes,
made.
sir.
Money to be made.
Yes, sir. I ain't turning down none but my collar, man. You feel me? I'm trying to get it.
That's what's up. That's
Yes,
what's
sir.
up. So as far as working new projects and everything, is there any, you've been in the game for a minute. You've been around so many West Coast artists, worked with so many cats. Is there anybody out there that's like, man, I want to get that dude on my record?
Yeah, man, there's a lot of people I want to work with. You know what I mean? Now that music is changing, like things were so boxed in back in the day to where you couldn't really, work with artists in other genres. And, things are like expanding now to where you can go do a song with a rock band and pull it off and it's hot, you know what I mean? And the streets is bumping it. Back in the day, you couldn't do that. So, it's a lot of people I want to work with, but I don't want to name no names in specific just for, conflict of interest reasons, you know what I mean? But I am willing to work with everybody as long as it's a paycheck at the end of it.
For sure. And, as far as future, what you got in the future? What was any plans, anything new, some people, they're like, man, I'm going to do a couple more albums. I'm about to branch off and do this. They have a whole new plan. You just going to drill them with the music. That what you going to give us the music?
Well, I mean, I like I said, I write. So September, we're going to Mexico to shoot my first feature film called Spanking the Monkey. Feel me? It's going to be a stoner classic. You feel me? So, I mean, I'm doing a lot of things, man. I really can't put a cap on myself, but music is my heart. That's my release.
Right.
But I'm an entertainer, so wherever there's a check for me, I'm there. You know what I mean? I'm doing a lot of music licensing now.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find out wherever there's music to be made, and I'm capable to do the job, we're doing it.
Right,
period. You feel me?
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
And as far as, you got people who are up and coming West Coast artists. You got some people who might have been, been out on enough time to see you when you were coming up, and they're like, man, I'm trying to be in that position. I'm trying to work to get there. What's some advice you can give them to the upcoming artists?
I mean, honesty. And that's me. Everybody say, well, do this, do that. That shit is all bullshit. It all comes down to work. You have to be willing to outwork the next man and be innovative and take chances.
Right.
And it's a bumpy road. It's really no math to this shit, or else everybody would be rich. You feel me? It's like, I've been very lucky. I've been fortunate. You know what I mean? And shit, some things happen. And it's really no math to it. I'm a realist. I'm not a liar.
Right.
Cats be like, yo, do this, do that, and go to school and say, your prayers at night. None of that shit gonna work. Nothing is gonna work but hard work and a whole lot of motherfucking luck. Because there's so many people getting in the game, it's hard to slice through real talent. You know what I mean? You gotta really be looking for real talent. And most people are looking for a paycheck. So a lot of the music is diluted now. And, for someone that with real shit to say, it's even harder. If you're not dancing or saying some shit that, some extra retarded, ridiculous shit that does not make any kind of sense at all, it's hard for you. And that's just the real, it's the music industry and there's waves of it. It was, conscious rap used to be in.
Right.
Now it's like, who can say the most ignorant shit?
Yeah.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying? If I can make y'all believe that I just graduated out of elementary school and I got this deal,
exactly,
homie, then, I'm about to sell, I'm about to go platinum, diamond.
And don't get me wrong, I ain't knocking them, but it's just not for me.
No, everyone has their edge. Everyone has their niche.
Right.
It's just that time right now.
Right.
That time will pass.
Right.
You know,
Right.
everybody. It's like a dream. You're gonna have to wake up one time and deal with the reality.
Right.
And when people wake up, then that's when them artists has to step forward to fill that gap.
I agree.
You know, so
I agree.
That's why I see it. You know.
You know what? But it's like I wouldn't even know how to do that shit. Like I wouldn't even know how to just do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like it has to take some sort of special talent or maybe no talent at all to pull that off. But it's working for them. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is a business.
Right.
And however they're turning over $1, you know, I applaud them. But once again, it's not for me.
Right. You know, everyone, you know where you're at as an artist.
Right.
Don't just hear another artist doing something and be like, man, I could do that. And I'm about to take over on that. You can make your own lane. You can have your own style. Think how many years E40 was doing this thing and
Right.
people was like, I don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Until he finally made his lane wide enough where people had to pay attention.
Right.
And that's what you got to do. If you got it, you work at it, you're going to build on it.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer of originality. You know what I mean? Like being you is to me that's like what'll get you over the hump these days. It's like it's like horses or a herd of cow. You know what I mean? If it's 1,000 cows walking this way, and you that one guy that's walking this way, it's probably a better chance that you'll get hurt. Now, don't make that bold of a move if you know you still got shit to work on your game. You know what I mean? You make that move when your shit is tight and you ready for that one shot because you only going to get one look. Once they look and you ain't ready, it's going to take so much work to get back to the front of the line. It's crazy. So that's one thing I'll say. It's like it's better to, you know, measure 10 times and cut once than, you know, the other way around.
Yeah.
Take your time, do the shit right the first time, and, you know, and people will appreciate your brand more because it's all about branding, you know? Yes, sir.
Yes. That's the fruits of our labor are being passed around right now. Compliments of West. We doing our thing.
I mean, you know,
that means it's working.
One thing I do is smoke a lot of medical marijuana. You know what I mean? I want to give a shout out to everybody in the struggle, in the medical marijuana struggle to get legalized in their states. You know what I mean? In California, we fight for Prop 215, so I want to give a shout out to everybody who's, you know, blazing up, medicating, you know, staying off the hard drugs, you know what I mean, and getting money.
Remember, weed is a deterrent from cocaine, crack, methamphetamines. Turn to it. Embrace it. You know, that's your gateway drug. The gateway is to the refrigerator.
Right.
Get you some food after you smoke. Order some Pizza Hut or some shit. Support your community by putting money back into it when you got the munchies. You know?
Now don't get me wrong. You feel me? I have fun, too. You feel me? I might, you know, do whatever because I'm just a free person like that. But I'm saying your drug of choice, just like kids nowadays, is on hella shit. Like, they don't know what, you know, like the comedian said, they just on pills, they on fucking coke, fucking everything. They just all over the place.
Yeah.
And that's kind of fucked up, you know what I mean? So the weed is the best place for you, you know what I mean? Especially fucking with hip hop. I want weed to always be, when you think of motherfucking hip hop, the next thing you think of is weed.
Synonymous.
Feel me? I don't want motherfuckers to think of hip hop and then you start thinking of ecstasy pills. No, fuck that, nigga. Think of big, juicy, crispy fucking buds. You know what I mean? And a pack of blunts.
For sure.
Zigzags and some shit.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's up. You know, any you know, last minute words of advice, anything you want to tell them that you know you might have missed or didn't touch bases on?
Man, I just want to actually give them the title to my new album about to drop.
Okay.
You feel me? It's called The Green Side in Bloom. And it's gonna be a fucking big deal. You know what I mean? Like, the dispensary was cool. I got a chance to do some different things, and you know, it was a transition. Like,
Right.
I couldn't just push this on motherfuckers hella quick. They like, what the fuck? So the last couple albums, I kind of been, you know, breaking them in. Now the Green Side of Bloom, I really feel like now it's time that I could just really, you know what I mean, go in with the band and, you know, just all sorts of shit. Just whatever the fuck I want to do.
Right.
And it's going to be fun. So y'all listen to that. I got a couple tracks. My nigga Mako right here. He on a couple tracks. That's my nigga Johnny Kush, you feel me? Yeah, man, we just doing our thing, man, having fun with it, you know, and not being oppressed by, you know, trying to make money. That's one piece of advice I could give you. That's one piece of advice I give y'all is this. If you do this shit to try to make money, you lost. And it's gonna be fucked up for you. I don't know no one nigga that ever made it that got into it just to make money.
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta like love it. You know what I mean? You gotta love it more than you love selling dope on the block. You gotta love it more than you love pimping hoes.
Right.
It's shit crazy. I'll say some crazy shit, but to make it in this shit, you know how much shit you gotta give up? Shit. It ain't gonna be how you think it's gonna be, nigga.
Right.
You ain't finna have all your homies with you like you look like, nigga, we finna do this and we all, If you really make it, you gonna look around, nigga, and it's just gonna be you and a bunch of new motherfuckers. You feel me? On they Blackberries, telling you what time you gotta go here. You feel me? So, prepare to be lonely. Rich, but lonely.
That's what's up. You hear it from the man, you know what I'm saying? My dude right here, he's been through it, you know what I'm saying? So he knows what he's talking about. So you hearing it, you know what I'm saying, right from one of the sources itself, you know. But one more thing before we get into this last thing we gotta do. Why don't you let them know, you know, as far as how they can contact you, if you got beats, if you want to collab with this nigga, you know, how can they get in contact with you? How can they hit you up?
On the Twitter page, man. You feel me? I'm on my Twitter all day. I know a lot of cats say that, but I'm actually talking back to everybody. You say something to me, I'm hitting you back. So
that's
Twitter, you know what I mean? The Twitter is Twitter/I'm Gonzoe. I am Gonzoe. I am Gonzoe. And if y'all want to, you know, book me for shows and shit, hit up book Gonzoe, BOOKGONZOE @gmail.com. You feel me? Y'all don't like doing all that shit. I know there's some old school promoters out there, some hella old school cats that just like to call. Check this out, man. This is my business. 213-973-2416 is the business line.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And man, go to gonzoe.net, GONZOE.net, man. You know what I mean? And stay motivated, man. Keep it positive, man. You know what I mean? And that's it.